Good evening, everybody. This is welcome to Fall River Media News. This is your host Dave Mead, Fall River Media. Today, we're going to talk about the shutdown of the government because, yeah, Today we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about more on, what's going on in politics, and so. But and probably talk a little bit more about we'll probably talk a little bit more about what Jordan Sylvia was talking about, about fundraising and stuff. So we can actually talk about that a little bit. So it's so and but Jordan Sylvia, yeah, he owns a restaurant down at North Main Street, Fanatino's. It's a pizza place down North Main Street, and I'll tell you, I've been down there. The pizza is very good. But anyways, I'm going to add my co-host Annalisa, and we're gonna get into stuff that and plus we're gonna get into her stuff too as well. Hello, Annalisa.
What's up?
Not much, man. Not much. Not much. Yeah, no, I was just today. I'm just wondering, what is going on with the Washington the government shutdown. It had shutdown today. I mean, October 1st, and why did they shut the government down? Because Congress wasn't, you know, help how they Congress wasn't doing anything for the people. Didn't want to pass any money or some stuff. I don't know what the heck is going on with that, but
Yeah, they didn't agree with the budget. They didn't agree with spending what they wanted to spend on. The Democrats basically said, so the Republicans, we're going to shut down the government if you don't give us money for health care.
yeah,
Healthcare for these Democrats, they're such propagandists. They're so fake. It's the poor people in the rural areas don't have health insurance, and they're so caring. Those Democrats, they're so caring. They want money for the illegals.
yeah,
What it boiled down to was money for the illegals, people that lost their benefits
yeah,
because of the spending cuts. People that don't need it, that can go to work. Those are the ones that lost their benefits, not the ones that need it. So they
yeah,
wanted to restore it. And the Republicans are like, no, we just got rid Doge and what they did. So they're like, basically, Schumer said, if you don't give us the $1 trillion that we need to put back all the benefits that you guys took out, we're going to shut down the government. And so the Republicans are like, okay, we're going to shut down the government.
Hi,
Hello.
you gotta see
yeah.
this.
That's Linda. She's gonna come in.
You have to see this.
She's gonna come and sit down. And yeah, there was
So
there
they
was
so the
Hello.
the $1 trillion, it was going to cost the taxpayers like $1 trillion to put
yeah,
these programs back in, and then the Republicans are like, no. So it's the Democrats that are blackmailing, so to speak. They're blackmailing the Republicans,
Good evening,
trying to
everybody.
put these benefits back. And so that's where we stand. So what happens is that so they're saying they're going to get laid off. But what happens is that when the government starts back up, when they're getting paid and all that, they're going to get
Yeah,
their back pay. They're going to get their back pay.
yeah. Well, so they're getting their back pay then. But
Yeah, they have to show, like, there are people that have to show up for work, like the military, the essential federal workers. They have to show up. It's just that they're not going to get paid, but they will once it opens up again.
yeah. Well, I hope so because, because that's
No,
because
it's the
we don't
law. It's the
we
law.
don't
They
yeah
have to
we
get
have
paid.
yeah but we don't want jobs to be lost either. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want jobs to be
The
lost either.
government, no, you know what? The government is not a business.
Yeah,
Okay, the government is not. They don't drive the economy. The
yeah,
government does not drive the economy. The
yeah.
businesses do. What you got to worry about is when the businesses start to close. That's more worrisome than the government.
Well, I think Linda's got something she wants to say about Market Basket.
Yep. Popped up on my
Oh,
newsfeed tonight.
Go ahead, Linda.
Well, what do you know? Other Cheatham Wolf says, forget the money. I want my CEO job back. This is by Michael Rock. Dateline October 1st, 2025. Well, what do you know? It's a new month and an all-new season of the Demolis Market Basket reality show. While the show isn't playing on Netflix, each episode of this grocery battle airs on the nightly news stations in Boston. Growing up in Tewksbury, the hometown of Demolis, the name was synonymous with a grocery store and the supersized candy bars the Demolis family would hand out at the front door of their low mansion every Halloween. Now the Demolis name is being dragged around in the mud on a weekly basis. Ironically, the people doing all the dragging share the same last name. Unfortunately, many of them don't see how critical it is to maintain some level of decency with the Demolis name. It's okay. I'm going to summarize this. The former
yeah.
CEO of the Demolis responded with a countersuit. This started on September 9th. The board fired Audie T right after the negotiations broke down. The board filed a 35-page lawsuit claiming the fire was proper and asked the Delaware court to sign off on it. So it asked the court not in this jurisdiction to sign off on the suit. It's a premeditated strike which Audie T which gave the CEO no chance to defend himself. He has filed a counterclaim, and he claimed that the board fabricated reasons to remove him. He said the executive committee was never legally valid. The claims for work stoppage were exaggerated to ruin his reputation. The investigation into his leadership was shallow and biased. Some board members pushed mainly for party power, and media records were altered to cover up decisions and major violation of trust. And this time around, anybody who tried to support him was immediately fired.
I remember that. Yeah.
I just seen that article too. And today, Linda and I were down at the bus station. Again, there was another fight down there. Again, there was another fight. The cops, the police showed up.
The girl saying F word to the staff.
Yeah. Well,
she said the F word to the staff.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I alluded to it, but I should say it out.
Yeah. So yeah, the girl. I think the girl's like around 13, 14 years old, or probably 16 maybe, and she was dropping the F bomb, to the staff over there at the terminal. And but we're working on getting an SRO over there. We're working on getting an SRO so they can work with the security guards or get rid of the security guards and just have the SROs down there, because the security down there, they're not really doing much. They're not really doing much at all down there. And they can't. I mean, they're overwhelmed down there with breaking up fights down there. They're getting swore at. They're getting spit in the face down there. The security guards. We need the SRO down there. You know what I'm saying? Human resources. SRO. Their
Well,
resource.
didn't Ricky, is it Ricky Tiff that went down there?
Oh boy.
Yes, yes, he's working on it. You know what I'm saying?
What's he
Um, he
doing?
he's working on it, and he's talking to Chief Kelly about it and everything. And right now, we don't have enough police officers. We only have 130 police officers here in the city of Fall River. Basically, 130 police officers, and we can't.
Why not? Wait, what? How many police officers do you need?
Well, first off, we only need 2 police officers in that shifts back and forth. Okay, from
Yeah.
morning to the afternoon, and so we all we need is 2. 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, at the bus terminal. That's what we need is 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon.
I sent Annalise the news article.
And yes, so and that's what we need. You know what I'm saying? And because the security guards down there, because like I said, Linda and I, we were down there today. There was a fight going on down there. Bless you. There was a fight last week down there too as well. I mean, the cops.
Did you report it? Did you report it?
Well, yeah. Well, the security guards called the police. Them are the ones that are reporting it. You know, I mean, my mother was down there today, and my mother's 80 years old, so my aunt's over 80, and she goes down there with my mother to take the bus to go shopping and stuff. And I had to tell my mother today and my aunt, you guys need to go home. There's a fight down here. You guys need to go. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you guys getting hurt down here. You know what I'm saying?
No, anyway, I said something that's real alarming.
Oh, go ahead, Linda. Go ahead. Show's yours too. Go ahead. Go ahead, Linda.
Massachusetts is again mulling a raise the age law aimed at keeping young adults out of the court system. Dateline, October 1st, 2025, written by Barry Richard, WBSN.
I don't know what she talking
West of
about.
Massachusetts
Okay,
is
wait a
calling
minute.
on state
Yeah,
lawmakers.
Yeah, take this. Put these on, Linda,
Okay.
so she knows what you're talking about.
Okay. High, low.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry.
Okay. It says Massachusetts eyes law that has fueled New York's gang problems. This is dated today by Barry Richard. Massachusetts is again mulling a raise the age law aimed at keeping young adults out of the court system. Progressive Massachusetts is calling on state lawmakers to back an act to promote public safety and better outcomes for young adults. Well, that's a lie if I ever heard one. Progressive Massachusetts recently testified on behalf of the proposed legislation before a hearing of the Joint Committee on the Judiciary. A decade ago, Massachusetts raised the age of juvenile court to keep 17-year-olds out of the adult system, the group stated, arguing that doing so would reduce recidivism. Juvenile crime has declined, and Massachusetts has seen faster declines in violent and property crime rates than the national average, it said. Well, no wonder the crime is decreasing because you're not bringing these people to justice. So you're not even putting that in the data. On the website, PM argued it's time to build on that success by raising the age to 21, as this bill would do. So anyone under 20 commits a crime in Massachusetts, they won't even be charged.
That's why they do these things. That's why they do these things, because they know they're going to get away with it.
A focus on rehabilitation would give youth a better chance to grow up and contribute to the community, and by doing so, will reduce intergenerational poverty, according to Progressive Massachusetts Policy Director Jonathan Cohn. However, Fox News reported that under a raise the age law adopted in New York in 2018, New York City has seen an alarming rise in juvenile crime by providing a startling incentive for gangs looking to exploit the Big Apple's youth. New York's law raised the age of criminal responsibility from 16 to 18, ultimately allowing underage defendants to avoid being tried as adults, according to Fox News. This law also permits defendants to as old as 21 to be held in juvenile detention facilities until instead of the typical adult sentence, it reported. An expert told Fox the law incentivizes gang members to use juveniles to carry out serious crimes with the probability that they would not be tried as adults. But there was an incident in Utica, New York. It was a juvenile. 4 times had got a brush had He had stolen a car, set fire, bunch of would have been felony crimes. Because they couldn't try him in court, the mother was charged with not supervising the kid, making him behave. She was aware of the problem and she did nothing about it. So they went after the mother because she wasn't curbing her son's behavior.
You know what? Here comes the National Guard.
It's hell, Annalisa. I don't know what these people are thinking.
Here comes the National Guard, Linda, because this is going to get out of hand. The kids are out of control. There's no law. They're lawless.
You should see the turmoil today. You should have seen this.
Are lawless.
The kids were told to leave. The kids were told to leave several times and they would not comply. Security's not allowed to do anything. They're basically treated as a joke.
The National Guard is going to come in. At some point, they're going to come in. They're going to come in. The National Guard is going to come in.
I believe it.
Yeah, they will. They're going to come in. They're going to come in. The National Guard is going to come in.
I believe it. The woke logic is that if you don't arrest, if they don't get arrested, the crime didn't happen. The woke logic is that if you don't arrest, if they don't get arrested, the crime.
There's an echo.
Yeah, because Davis has a device, other device.
No, I shut it down.
And now now they want to have no accountability until the age of 21. You have all those years, the committing crimes getting away with it. You create a worse monster than you started out with.
Yeah, it's gonna get worse because they know the law. These kids know the law. They know they're gonna get away with it, and they're gonna keep doing it. That's all. That's what it boils down to. They'd rather take the cheap way out and pay security when they should be getting transit police in there. You know, the federal that is federal money. Okay, I believe that is it all federal money? I don't know, but I believe that the transportation system is run by the government. The money comes from the federal government, and President Trump should know about these incidences that are happening in Fall River because he'll pull the funding. Just like in Boston, what happened to that 60-year-old woman when she got pushed off the bus. So they have to come up with a safety plan. They gave them 2 weeks. I think the 2 weeks are up. If they don't have a safety plan for the buses in Boston, they take the federal money away. That's what needs to happen. If these people cannot control themselves in public places, then they need to be shut down. Shut them down. Shut them down. What else are you going to do? The police don't do anything. Nobody's doing anything. Nobody's doing anything to curb the crime or to make it get worse, arguments or whatever it is. Something has to get done. That's it. There's, complaining doesn't work. Reporting it doesn't work. Voting doesn't work.
Annalisa, when I was a high school student, I rode the soda bus to Durfee High School and back to my home district in the Maplewood section of town. Yes, we had to pay for it. It wasn't free. Well, when I got the bus to go to school, the bus picked me up a block from a couple blocks from my house on Slade and Garfield, up on Stafford Road, brought me to school, everybody brought to school, no stop at the terminal, and going back, you went right back to your home district. There's no stop at the terminal whatsoever for the high school students. None.
Yeah, right. But this is see that's I think that's different. But being in a public area like the bus terminal or a train station or whatever, anything can happen. But
Yes.
if it's worse, be at a bus terminal, I don't know why that's the case, but that's what's been happening there in Fall River. Yeah, and it is federally funded, I believe, as well. If it gets out of hand, I think President Trump at some point will probably hear about it. If this is a recurring if these are recurring incidences,
The cops are called them multiple times in a week.
I mean, if something terrible is going to happen, he's going to get wind of it. And knowing that it's at a bus terminal, knowing that it's federally funded, something has to get done. Okay. And President Trump's administration, I know that they're trying to do something, but I think they need to be tougher. They need to be tougher. They gave them 2 weeks to come up with a safety plan at the buses for Boston. Now, let's see if they're going to be held accountable to that and pull the money away. It's going to come to National Guard going to transit. It could come to that as well. And it could come to that as well. But Mara Healey won't allow the state to do it. Mara Healey is just as lawless or maybe worse than any of the other ones. It's going to have to come from President Trump and his administration. That's it. Because Massachusetts isn't doing anything. They're not, the elected officials of Massachusetts are not doing anything for the state to protect the people, for the economy, for job growth, lowering taxes, business friendly. They're not doing any of those things. They're doing nothing for the residents of that state. Something's gonna happen. It's gonna come. You know what? It probably will come to the National Guard, because if Michelle Wu gets back in, that means
she's running unopposed.
Huh?
She's running unopposed for mayor of Boston.
Right. Right now she's unopposed, so she's gonna get back in if she's unopposed.
Why do I think that crap drop you out of the race? There's something fishy about it.
Yeah, I don't understand that, and but
did somebody get to him?
Yeah, I don't know. So,
I think he got paid off.
It's just going to get worse. It's just going to get worse.
So both Healy and Wu are criminal coddlers.
I really don't know. We need to clear house and get new people in the state. Oh, for sure. But what is it going to take, however, for that to happen? Like, what is it going to take? Because Chip and CJ were talking about it too.
Get people off their asses and go vote.
Right. How come nobody goes out to vote? What is this?
Because they don't think it matters. Oh, it's rigged. It's no point in me showing up anyway.
That is so
Democrat. This is a Democratic state. This Democrat struggle. No Republican will ever win.
Yeah.
Well, you won't win if you don't try.
Yeah, the propaganda is just because it is a Democrat state, it doesn't matter whether you go vote or not. The Democrats are going to win, but that's what they want you to think, so that they always get back in. It's propaganda. It's propaganda.
It's a Jedi mind trick.
Right. So, I mean, hello. It's just a revolving door. The same thing over and over and over and over. And people just don't realize that for them not voting gets these people back in. They don't get this by now. Like, what is it going to take for these people to go out to go? What is it going to take?
Not voting is not an act of rebellion. It's an act of capitulation.
Like, I don't understand. What is it going to take? Is it going to take, what is it going to take? Like what happened in Athens, Tennessee, where veterans, these World War II veterans got together in 1946 to stop the corruption? Is that what it's going to take? Is to overthrow this corrupt government that we have all over the place? in Massachusetts and all the cities and towns in the state on Beacon Hill? Like, what is it going to take?
Eric, I'm going to address you on the live stream here. If we roll over play dead, no, we're not going to win. It's get your neighbors, carpool to the polls if you have to.
I don't understand. Why don't they think their voices matter? I don't understand it. I don't understand where that thought, like, where does that come from? People don't think their voices matter. Like, why? Like, why? Why don't you think your vote matters?
It's been pounded in their heads so many times.
Or is it just a cop-out? Is it a cop-out?
Very well could be.
Like, I don't know who to vote for. They all stink. So what difference does it make if you go out and vote?
You're not going to get a perfect candidate, no matter how you try. You got to choose a person who's going to tackle the issues, the most crucial issues.
I mean, you have Chip and CJ out there talking about what's going on in Fall River. David talks about it. You talk about it, Linda. You guys know more about it than I do. Well, more like their votes matter, which is why we have less voters.
Well, I say feel. I'm kind of old school. I'm a little old school with my English. If it's something you can quantify, I use few instead of less. I never got rid of the old ways.
Well, see, that's that's maybe more like it. People just don't care. And it shows, though. You can tell that people don't care by how the conditions of the cities and towns are. You can tell that they don't go out and vote, that they don't care.
Epidemic of apathy.
It is sad, but you know what? You have to take the bull by the horns. It's going to be up to the people in every city and town in Massachusetts that they're going to have to go out there and talk to the people, because if they don't, this is just going to get worse. Nobody wants to take responsibility for getting together, going to the neighborhoods, talking about getting out to vote, which is coming up in about a month, and talking about, look, this is what we need to do in the city. If you go out and vote, we can change it. If you're not happy, if they're not registered to vote, help them to register to vote, because you can do it online. A lot of people are not registered to vote, believe it or not. A lot of them don't vote, maybe because they're not registered and they don't know. They can just very easily do it online. The state does not tell you these things.
You can register the registry motor vehicles as well.
Right. Well, but when you go online, that's where you register, the register of motor vehicles. So if you can't get yourself down there physically, you can do it online. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know what else can you do? Like, I guess people need to get together. The activists that want to change what's going on in their communities have to get, like Charlie Kirk did, like Scott Pressler did. Charlie Kirk went out there, got the college kids to vote Republican. He helped to get President Trump elected. So did Scott Pressler in Pennsylvania.
I'm going to address you on the live stream here. All politics is local. By only voting in presidential elections, you are wasting 3/4 of your opportunities to make a difference.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This attitude is just terrible. This attitude is terrible. What's going to happen is you're going to have the illegals vote because they want to vote. That's what's going to happen. And you're going to get the Democrats in again, making more of a mess, because you have people that have the right, that they're born here, they know what they got to do, but they decide not to. Your voting rights are going to be taken away from you because you won't go out and vote. So if you think that that's a smart solution, it's not.
Hey,
it's not.
I'm a registered Republican. No apology there.
She said, I knew Trump would win because I believe it was planned. Where is the evidence for that? Can you please tell me where that is, Priscilla? Can you please tell me where you think it was planned? What gives you that idea that it was planned? Can you do you have, no, I don't think it will make a difference. I'm not talking about that. I'm asking you, where is the evidence that it was planned or it is rigged in the presidential sense? Because if you think that the federal is rigged, then the state and the city and the towns must be rigged as well. They're all rigged. Can't be just the presidential election that you vote in, right? It's you know what? Intuition's got nothing to do with it. I'm asking you for evidence.
And Dave Souza, I'm so sorry what happened to you with your business license. That was wrong.
I just knew, and he did, whether I went or not, I knew he would win.
James.
Okay, knowing whether somebody would win or not is different, but you said it was rigged. You said it was rigged for him to win. How do you know that? Is what I want, the evidence. Don't come out and say that it's rigged if you don't know whether it's rigged or not.
How many people were trying to stop him from even getting on the ballot?
Do you really think that President Trump, especially in Massachusetts and in New England now, the only blue cluster in this whole country, you really think that these liberals wanted President Trump? Do you think that they voted for President Trump? No. They did not. But more people came out and voted because they wanted to see a change. Again, she keeps saying the same. These are the liberal, to me. I don't know if you're a liberal or not, but you sound like it. This is the mindset that the people of Massachusetts have. And you are, Priscilla and all the others, you're ruining your state. And forget about the federal level. Look at what's going around you, where you live, in your community and in your state, and you tell me whether it's a good thing or not, whether most people don't go out to vote. You tell me what you're seeing in your community, if it's a good thing. We can talk about AIPAC. Yes, AIPAC controls Congress. Yes. Yeah, they do. No, I just know the way our world is, and it's all a show. Okay, well, I guess Fall River must be a show, Priscilla, as well, because I'm not talking about the president now. I'm talking about your community. If you cannot fix your community, you're not going to fix anything on the federal level. You can't go from the federal level, from the top down. No, you got to start from the bottom up. If you cannot fix your own backyard, then you know what, Priscilla? You need to be quiet. Until that city that you live in can improve and you're helping to improve it, then you can say something and criticize something on the national level.
Yeah, Dave, I do back Ramo as mayor.
Okay, so you guys forget about President Trump and remember that your own backyard needs to be fixed, which is your community. And if, Priscilla, you don't know how to do that, then maybe you should step aside and let others that do it and stay in the background. How can I fix it? What did I just say for like 5 minutes on how somebody like Priscilla can fix it? You're not listening because you don't want to listen, because you think you're right. That's it. There's nothing I can do about it. So you know what? I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. I think you should step aside, and I think you should let the others like the comments that are coming in saying to vote for Boomer, those are the ones that need to come forward. And you, Priscilla, that still can't figure out how to fix your own backyard, is telling everybody that the presidential race was rigged. Okay, whatever. Okay. And even worse, that you're a Republican. You should know better. Republicans should know better, especially in Massachusetts, where they have been pounded to the ground continuously. You should know better on how to fix it. And if you don't know how to fix it, then you're not paying attention because you don't care. Because the bottom line is you don't care. You're not going to go vote for the mayor that's coming up in Fall River pretty soon, because you know why? Because you want Paul Coogan in there again, because he's doing such a wonderful job in your own backyard. Right, Priscilla? You're not going to go vote for the mayor's election coming up in about a month, which is a general election. You've got Boomer Amaral, and now you've got Paul Coogan going head to head, and you're not going to show up to vote. Am I right? Am I right that you're not going to go out to vote because you can't do anything about it? Right. So don't vote then. Keep Paul Coogan in, because you know why? Because he's doing a great job in your own backyard. Listen, look at her. My one vote won't matter. This is it. That's all you sound like a broken record. You sound like a broken record.
If everybody thought that way, nothing would get done.
Yeah, you know what? Your city is going to pot because of that mentality that you have.
And I'm
right
fighting.
there.
I'm fighting against that.
Yeah,
I don't know if
you are the poster child, Priscilla, for the people that don't go out and vote. That's exactly what they think. My vote won't do much, so why bother?
I don't know.
You know what? You guys, it won't matter because you don't go vote. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't. And guess what? It shows. You can see it in Fall River. You can see how practically everybody, are you happy with what's going on in Fall River, Priscilla? Are you happy about it? About what's going on in your own backyard, and yet you complain about President Trump and the presidential federal elections, but you can't fix your own? Look at this. She said it again. No, I went and voted 3 times last time for Trump and they cheated on me. Wow. This just doesn't stop. It's just okay, like I said, I think you need to step aside and really, just stay home, don't vote, and you know what? Crumble your backyard, because that's what's happening.
Anna, Annalisa, I don't know if it's by being the daughter of a man who worked in a firearms factory, having been weak on patriotism from the time I was yay high, having met a number of descendants who helped in the revolutionary cause, in the American Revolution cause, descent of 2 colonial governors and several Mayflower descendants, but I could not sit back and do nothing, see what was going on here.
I mean, this mentality to me is not anything new. Okay, what Priscilla is saying is not anything new. I've heard it when I ran for the Senate, state Senate. I heard it. I hear it like all the time, that it doesn't matter if I vote or not. It just doesn't matter because it's rigged anyway. That's Massachusetts' motto. And guess what? It shows. It shows. Your state, never mind in your own backyard, your state is going down the drain. Your state is going down the drain because you think your vote doesn't matter. And guess what? The illegals are going to take over. They're going to take over because they want to vote. They want to vote. They want to have a voice. They want a government that's going to give them everything. And you, Priscilla, and everybody else are allowing it to happen. So when it happens, I hope you can look at yourself in the mirror and everybody else and say, I helped to do this, because you did. And a lot of other people did too. And she says it again. If people are going to lie and cheat, why do anything? Oh my God. I mean, do you do that at work too? Because people lie and cheat at work too. Do you go to work or you don't do anything about it? Do you still go to work? Because people lie and cheat all the time. Do you know family and friends that have lied and cheated as well? Are you still friends with them? Are you still in the family? Like, are you? Yeah, I know you stay at home, obviously. So that's pretty apparent, Priscilla. Yeah, no kidding, you stay at home. Obviously. But your answers are very ignorant, by the way. They're very ignorant conclusions that you have come to make concerning the voting that is given to everybody that is a citizen in this country that you can do for free. Oh my God, no, I don't like liars. Well, you're probably a liar as well, Priscilla.
Nope.
You're a liar too. I'm sure that you have lied plenty of times during your life, so you might not like yourself either. Oh my God, give me a break. So you don't work. Eric is like, so you don't work. Yeah. Give me those government handouts, right? No, I never lie. Yeah, right. Sure. Of course. Of course you don't.
No, I know her. Her family works.
I live by the Bible, right? Sure you do. That's why you don't go out and vote, because you live by the Bible. Does the Bible say not to go out and vote, Priscilla? Is that what it tells you to do? Is that what it tells you to do? I have a right to my opinion too, Dave. So stop interrupting. I have a right to my opinion, and you know what? This is peaceful. I don't care what you got to say about it. You don't like the truth, you don't like it. You got to take care of your own backyard first. You got to take care of your own backyard. Okay, that's how it works. You take care of you first, then the others, and then you can go and help other people. But if you cannot fix your own backyard, how are you going to fix anybody else's? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't, these opinions that people think they're so smart when they say these things, and it's very ignorant thinking and conclusion into I am true that that's why I don't trust they're being honest. Who's they? Who's not being honest? Who's they're not being honest? Who? Who's not being honest? Who do you know that's 100% honest? Can you please tell me what that is? Who is 100% honest? I would love to know, other than yourself, Priscilla. Who is 100% honest?
Only God.
Yeah, who is? Who is? Yeah. No one. Nobody. So get out of your dream world. Get out of your dream world and start coming back into reality of what is really going on in your backyard. Yeah, right. She says I'm honest. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Anyway,
All right, let's get back to what
but Charlie Kirk and Scott Pressler were the ones, just two examples of two people that went out to the college campuses, got the college kids to register to vote, and got them out to vote for the Republicans. It just doesn't fall on your lap. And you think that everybody's dishonest, and you think nothing is going to happen because you don't do anything. That's why nothing happens. Nothing happens because you don't do anything. But the ones that are doing something are making a difference, like Scott Pressler in Pennsylvania that got the Amish people to go out and vote and flip that state, helped to flip the state red. All the states that, what do you call them, that are on the edge there, I forget the name, they all flipped red. And it wasn't because they stayed home and decided not to vote because their vote doesn't matter because they're all liars and cheaters. Okay, whatever. Whatever.
Opinion.
And that's awesome, but that's not my calling. Yeah, what is your calling? Staying home? What's your calling, Priscilla? Other than what you just made all these comments here that you're honest, 100% honest, everybody's a liar and a cheater but you. So what is your calling other than staying home, thinking that your vote doesn't count? Everybody stinks but you. So what's your calling, Priscilla, other than complaining and criticizing, except that you're perfect? We're like,
Yeah,
what's your
we gotta
calling?
get back to the script.
Anyway, I don't know. Really, I just take care of my family. I know you don't know. That's
Turn Lisa this way.
wow. Yeah, right. Anyway,
All right. Okay. No, I'm on. Okay. Everyone. Okay. Listen. Now, everybody out there, all my viewers, get back to the script. Get back to what we were talking about. We don't want no more arguing, no more fighting. Everybody's got an opinion. We respect everybody's opinion. So let's start doing that. All right. So and that goes for you, Priscilla.
Priscilla said, "I never said anyone stinks." No, of course you didn't. His whole comments were about how everybody's a liar and a cheater, and she never said anything. You are in La La Land, like everybody is in Massachusetts. They're in their own little make believe brain over there somewhere, and they haven't touched down to reality yet. I don't know when that's going to happen, if ever. But I really think that people like Priscilla should really step aside. I think maybe it's a good idea that you don't vote because I don't think you have the mentality for it. I really don't. I really don't think you have the mentality to make a decision to go out and vote and pick a candidate. You just don't have it. You don't have the critical thinking skills that needs to be done to figure out what needs to get done because you said it yourself that you just don't know. So you don't know.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So what are we talking about here? All right. So okay. All right. So I missed some of your shows today.
And, mine?
Yes, because they were doing my walls and they were putting heating systems in.
It was noisy here.
And it was noisy. And
so that's okay. I mean, that's fine. I was just talking about the government shutdown.
Yeah, the government shutdown. And yeah, I mean, that's what we want to really focus on right now is the government shutdown and when they're going to open it up again.
Well, they're trying to, but the votes just keep coming back no. So it's not. The Democrats want what they want as usual, and you can't talk to them. So it's my way or the highway with the Democrats, and they're just not coming to the meeting of the minds. You can't work with the Democrats. You just can't do it. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So you know what? Let the shutdown loom. Let it all crumble. Let it all crumble. And maybe then people, you know what, Dave? If people still in Mass for the most part don't go out and vote in Massachusetts because they're like they think they know everything because their intuition, like Priscilla said. So if that's going to happen and things start coming crashing down, like in Fall River, because if Paul Coogan gets back in, that's what's going to happen. Maybe just then, like people like Priscilla will think, what could I have done to stop this? I don't know, Priscilla. What do you think you could have done to stop what's happening right now in your own backyard? Like, what do you think you could do to do it? And don't say that everybody's a liar and they're corrupt and it's all rigged and everything. I feel like it already is starting to crash. Yes, it is. You're right, Eric. It is starting to crash. It is. But people still don't see it because they're in la la land, because they live somewhere in their brain that I don't know. They have no touch of reality whatsoever. They just live in their own bubble. They don't want to see what is happening in front of them until it's too late. When the businesses get boarded up, when people are out in the streets and they're hungry, there are no jobs to be found, then, just maybe then, people in Massachusetts will wake up. Or what? Or it doesn't have to look like a third world country when the illegals take over
Yeah.
and they don't know how to speak English, and you guys are going to have to speak Spanish because you're going to have to cater to them. Well, your big mouth isn't really doing anything for you, Priscilla, at this point in time. I hate how people think I should get what I want and the rest come after all about. I know. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, people just can't look in the mirror. It's hard. It is hard to look at yourself and look at the flaws. Everybody has flaws. Nobody is perfect. And that includes the people in the government, Priscilla. That includes people in the government. Nobody is perfect. They are human. They are not a god that you think that they have to act all high and mighty, because none of us do.
Nope,
There's
we're all
none of
not
us do.
perfect. None of us.
I don't have control of other people. I know that. And like I said, it's not my calling. I don't care whether it's your calling. It's not the point. Okay? You're missing the point once again because you got your ego and your pride is in the way and you're not listening. Well, you know what? Good luck. Good luck to people like Priscilla, that things are going to start crashing around them because they think that the government isn't acting the way they think it should be, because they're all high and mighty, because they believe in God and they follow the Bible and they're holier than thou. So we can't go vote because these people are all criminals.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's kind of really change the subject because I didn't even get a chance to say anything yet.
Go, you talk. Go ahead.
Okay. That was the first thing I wanted to address was the shutdown. So we got to address that. Another thing I wanted to address with Mayor Wu from Boston. Why is she running unopposed? Then the next thing is I want to address that how what's going on with the governor of Massachusetts, Maura Healey, and why she shut down. Why did she shut down the pipelines? And the Liberty gas company. It was at that 37. I wanted to finish talking about that too. The 37% gas hit that they want to propose for the people of Massachusetts. Because tonight I think there's tonight I think there's a protest tonight up there at Durfee High School. I was supposed to go, but
it's tonight. I thought it was Friday.
Somebody said tonight.
They changed it. Oh.
No, maybe I don't see it live on Facebook, so I don't see it live on Facebook. So maybe it is. Maybe it is Friday. So maybe it is Friday. Maybe I made a mistake with that. But and I mean, I hope that we don't get hit with that kind of
Well, they said that the rate hike is going to cause about an $80 raise on the gas bill. for people.
Yeah,
So it's about
yeah.
going to be about $80 a month more.
$80 a month more.
Yeah.
Hey, here, guys. It's going to be all my viewers. I'm saying that it's going to be eight. She said that it's going to be $80 more in
About $80 a month more, yeah, on
the
gas.
gas and
Mhm.
on gas. But those of you that have like fuel assistance or so, I honestly, yeah, I mean, I would get fuel assistance because so that way don't.
No, yeah, no, don't go to the government because you're just going to make the government bigger. Government is not the answer. Government is
Well,
not the answer.
yeah, but there was some people I think that there was
If
some
they're
people.
on government assistance, then they're not paying the gas bill, Dave. The
Uh,
landlord
no,
is.
no. Where I live, we pay the gas bill over here. So we pay the gas bill over here where we live.
The renters pay the gas bill?
Yes, we pay the gas bill over here. Yeah, so yeah, we pay the gas bill over here, and I'm just saying that some of the people that work, I believe that some of the people that work, I believe that they should, they should go and get fuel assistance. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, they should, and that's my opinion. I don't know
So
what your
this is
opinion.
the revolving door that Mara Healy and the Democrats and people that don't go vote, this is what they create. They create this revolving door where prices keep going up and people are not going to be able to afford just the basics. And that is what's happening in Massachusetts right now. They can't afford the rent. They can't afford the groceries. They're barely squeaking by. And that's just going to get worse.
And
And
we
that's just
are. We are.
right.
We're barely
But it's going to
squeaking
get
by.
worse. So going on government assistance is not going to do anything because if you have the 4% right now that's paying the surtax, which are the millionaires, if they're going to start tacking on more taxes on them that they have to pay, these people are going to leave.
Yeah.
You're going to have the millionaires that are funding the programs right now in that state
The debt to National Grid
are going to leave. Those
Yeah.
people are going to leave, and then you guys are stuck because those programs that people go to for the government is taxpayer money. And if those people leave, you're not going to have the money. You're not going to have the money. That's it. That's all. Did anyone ever talk to the mayor about the $14,000 they owe the National Grid? Not that I know of. I don't know anybody that has said anything to the mayor about the $14,000 late fee. Those are late fees that are owed to National Grid. That must be electric. Enough is enough.
Yes, that is electric. That is electric.
Yeah.
But I did mention that to the mayoral candidate Boomer Amaral, and
Boomer,
he knows. Boomer knows about it already. And that the school committee owns $14,000 in late fees to National Grid. I don't know how the hell that ever happened like that.
This is Fifth Element. This is the guy. Isn't this the guy that we talked to last week, Dave, about Liberty Utilities? Isn't he?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
The bookkeepers suck for the city of Fall River.
Yes. Yeah.
Hello,
This is
Fifth Element.
how you doing, Fifth Element? Today,
Element.
well, Elente. And just want to, I have a hard time pronouncing your name, but excuse me for that.
Well, I don't know if he's Spanish or whatever, but
Yeah.
I mean, because I know Italian, that's how you pronounce it in the Latin or Romance languages. It's elemente, element, right? How are you? We're good. How are you?
Yeah, good. Yeah, well, and how are you? Yeah, we're good. So we took. Well, he told us he told us last week that he lost 75 crew members because of Mort Healy.
Closing the pipeline. Closing the
Yeah,
pipeline.
closing the pipeline.
Yes.
He lost 75, yes. And that it'll be in Fall River performing October 11th. Yeah.
Performing what? What are you
What
performing?
are you performing? It will be Fall River performing October 11th.
That's coming up. What is it?
Due to pipelines.
Due to pipeline?
Yes.
I don't get it. I'm not making the connection of performing to pipeline.
Yeah.
I don't get
Okay.
it. What?
All right. So, what do you mean due to pipelines? Oh, wait.
Oh, I'm filling in as a bass player. Oh, for the
Oh, I
band
am
Vibe.
filling
Scotty's
in as a
Pub.
bass player for a band vibe. Oh, great.
Ah,
Scotty's Pub. Yeah.
Do you know where
Anybody
that
wants
is?
that's on down the bottom of Pleasant Street. We got Fifth Element. I am filling in as a bass player for the band vibe. So if anybody wants to go down to Scotty's Pub and watch
Did
this
you
guy,
lose your job, Fifth Element?
oh, I hope he didn't lose his job. I hope
Did you
he
lose
ain't
your
the
job?
I hope it ain't the 80th crew member that lost his job because now he's got to play in the band.
Yeah, right.
But
Lost work.
wait,
Oh my God, he did. Did you?
the
He
pipelines was
about the loss of.
responding to what you
Oh, okay.
said about losing of work. Oh, okay.
No, still working. Nah, he's still working. So he's
Oh, you
working
said
as a
no.
bass player
Oh,
too. That's cool.
oh, that's cool. Well, he's still working for the company, but he's also working he's also playing as a bass player drum for
He's a band. He's a musician. I got
he's a
another job.
musician. Wow.
That's
Wow,
cool.
that is cool. Got a musician on here. You wanna hop on? Are you working?
You guys are great. Thank
So I
you.
mean, thank you. We
You are too,
appreciate
Fifth
it.
Element.
Hey,
As long as
you are
you get
too. You're
along with
great
everybody
too.
else.
And everybody else that come on here, you guys are great too. So, but and if you guys wanna, if you got, oh, he wants to come on.
www.fithelement.com.
Wait a minute, let me see if
Oh,
I can get him on.
is
Hold on.
is that the band? Like what's your
No,
website?
it's an email. He wants to come on, I guess. Hold on.
No, that's a website. That's not an email. That's a website. Like what's your
Is it?
website about?
Let me see. How now? I gotta get back to us now. All right, hold on. Let me see here.
What's it about? Your website.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
that's your
my
band.
band.
Oh, okay.
That's his band. So if anybody wants to go to
Is that the
um
name of your band? Fifth Element?
yeah, I think that's
Is
the
that the
name of
name
his
of your
band.
band?
My band. Is that the name of it? Fifth Element? I'm not sure. So guys, hey, go to www.fithelement.com and go check out his website, his page. And he said he'll be performing at Scotty's on what did he
Yes,
say it
that's his
was?
band. Yep, the
Oc-
Fifth Element is his band. He's
October
filling
what?
in for the other one, Vibe,
So
for
October what he said?
11.
October 11th. Guys, go down to Scotty's Pub and watch it.
What
Yeah.
day? What day is October 11?
October 11th. What day is October 11th?
hold on a minute.
Let's see here.
Let me
October 11th.
see.
Saturday.
It's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday. So
Yeah.
Saturday night.
Yeah, October 11th, man. That's Saturday.
What
Guys
time do you
gotta
go
go.
on?
Well, I don't know if I could go, because I gotta work.
What
So,
time do you get on Fifth Element? What time do you go on?
what time do you
What
go
time does
on?
the band go on?
Because my last show this
7,
year.
8, 10.
Yeah.
Because my last show this year is October 14th. Oh, what are you quitting the band?
Oops, I
Oh, 8.
believe they believe it's the
They
8th.
they go on at 8 o'clock. Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds normal.
Well, we're gonna have to get Annalisa down there to go watch to go watch your band. Annalisa, go down there and watch his band.
I
You know,
can't. How am I going to do that?
you gotta go down there and watch him and go down there and it's at 8 p.m.
I can't
Yeah.
go down there, Dave.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you don't live in. All right, never mind.
Right.
Uh, I thought you
Down
lived
the
close by
street.
a little. Huh?
Down the street is South Broadway, and that's where all the honky tonk bars are, and that's where all the bands are. Oh, till 2026, then back at. Oh, I see. I
Yeah,
see. Seasonal thing.
yeah, it's a seasonal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in the winter nobody goes anywhere. So
Oh, the
okay,
one.
so I'm filling in for a great friend. That sounds like fun.
Yeah. I mean, if you go live, if you go live on with your band there, Fifth Element, we can, we can live stream it for you
Oh,
if you
cool.
like. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Because
like
there
to
are a lot
live
of
stream
people that
that.
like to stay in, according to one commenter
Yeah.
on the channel. Um, so we were talking about the winter snow plowing. Oh my God, this guy doesn't stop. He's a workaholic.
Well, there you go. He probably don't even drink.
Probably not.
Hey, look at
All
hey.
those jobs he's got, jeez. He must be
Oh
raking in the
yeah,
dough.
he
Think
must
he's
be
raking
making
in the
good.
dough.
Well, he's raking in the dough. There you go, Annalisa. Annalisa's
Well,
laughing.
I
She's
don't think
funny.
you have any other choice in Massachusetts but to rake in the dough. You can live stream whenever I'm in your area. Oh, nice.
Oh, he said you can live stream whenever I am in the area. Water, just the water and the gym. Oh boy,
Whoops.
making a good impression on live stream here. I mean, we went from talking politics to um, a band. Wow, absolutely.
A good
Yeah,
distraction. It's a good distraction.
it is. Got to stay healthy, right? Well, he goes to the gym. He said he's got to stay healthy. He's really good at it. Look at him. How much can you lift? How much can you bench? Fifth Element. How much can you how much can you bench? I can tell you how much I can bench. I can bench about 250, three the most.
I can do 10 pounds.
I can bench 350 to 250 the most. And that's just with one hand. Nah, two hands.
Oh, yeah, right. Sure. Macho man.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, the Macho Man.
Look at Linda's face.
65 pounds bench, 225 arm. Arm 65.
Arm 65. Bench
Bench.
225.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'll never reach 65. That'll be the day.
Yeah. Oh, I can bench between that three. Yeah. 7 at 15. Cardio 7 at the 15 minutes. Wow. That's great. There you go, Annalisa.
I'm
get
pro
you.
65. I can do 20.
Well, if you go to the gym, he'll have you do 75. He'll have you do 75.
Yeah. I'll be doing 65 when I'm dead.
He seems like he likes you. Cardio's at 7 speed times in 15 minutes. Wow. That's crazy.
What do you mean? You run on the treadmill?
Yeah, he does. He's laughing. He runs on a treadmill. He probably sets the treadmill to 50 to 75 miles. Well, go ahead.
75 miles? No.
Yeah, treadmill. Treadmill. That's all right. I think. Let me see. Yeah. Yes, he does. He just said it. 75 miles.
No way. What?
Yeah, he does. I think he goes to Planet Fitness. That's where I think he goes because that's where I go. I go to Planet Fitness. He says I could run for governor, so I decided to run for treadmills.
Treadmill.
Treadmill.
Treadmill, yeah.
Right. Well, how come you didn't run for governor? You would have been a good governor.
Yeah, we need more people to run in this state.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, talking about governors, who's running for governor? I mean, I got this guy's webpage, and I tried to message him, and to see what his platform.
Yeah, he's
is.
new.
Yeah, who is this? Is he a Republican or a Democrat?
He's a Republican.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he is. He's running. Yeah, he's running for governor of Massachusetts. And I'm trying to get him to come on my show, but it's kind of hard.
I heard Keneally, yes. Mike Keneally is running. Ryan Shortsleeve is running. And this guy Mike something is running too.
Yeah, he said Keneally is a Republican.
Yes. He's a rhino, actually.
Keneally, I'm not going to vote for him. I'm going to either vote. I'm going to take a look. You know what? I'm leaning too much against Shortsleeve. You know what I'm saying? Brian Shortsleeve. So that's who I'm basically running. That's who I'm.
I don't know if you've noticed, but nobody is running as a Democrat against Maura Healey.
Yeah.
Which means she's going to get all the votes for the Democrats.
That is true. Why doesn't a Democrat run against Maura Healey? Why? I don't understand.
Because
that.
they don't want to split the vote. I think the protest at Durfee is Friday night.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it is Friday night. Somebody told me it was tonight. But a good thing I asked. It's Friday night at 7:00.
It's actually a meeting.
Yeah. Outside.
And they're going to be talking about the rate hike.
Outside. They'll probably be holding signs too.
I think it's inside. It's inside.
You think it's inside?
Yeah, if it's a meeting, it's inside. Yeah.
Oh, if it's a meeting, it's inside.
Yeah, it's somewhere. Oh, wish you guys the best.
Yeah, but I'm so I mean, Trump is trying to cut everything down, and Maura Healey is pushing it to go back up again. I mean, she is something else. I mean,
Maura Healey, you asked why is nobody running with Maura Healey?
Yeah,
right, as a Democrat.
As a Democrat, why? I mean, we got all Republicans running against Maura Healey. So why don't we just have one Democrat run against Healey? I don't get that.
No, one Republican run against Maura Healey, not one Democrat. You have to have one Republican run against Maura Healey, but there are now 3
Republicans running against each other.
Right. They're running against each other. Exactly.
Which is that's not good.
Right. And Maura Healey is not running against anybody. It's just her.
So Maura Healey is also running unopposed, basically.
Right. They don't have enough endorsements. No, they don't want to.
Yeah, they don't have enough endorsements for the Democrats candidate.
I don't think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Even if they wanted to, Fifth Element, even if the Democrats, and there probably are Democrats that want to run against Maura Healey, they're not letting them.
Yeah.
They're not letting them. They want her to stand alone so that people that go and vote for Democrats are only going to be voting for
Mm-hmm.
her.
Of course.
No, this is Democrats are doing this on purpose. And they're doing it with Paul Coogan too, Paul River.
Yep. Yes, they are.
There are no Democrats running with Paul Coogan. There are no Democrats running with Paul.
Well, yeah. Well, we got one Republican that's running against Mayor Paul Coogan. That would be Boomer Emerald.
Yeah, but he didn't get as many votes as Paul Coogan did because there were two other candidates.
Well, we had two Republicans running against. We had two Republicans running against Coogan.
Yeah, but three people got the vote other than Paul Coogan, and it was all split up with Amaral getting most of it.
Well, Emerald got most of it, but I'm going to tell you right.
And then the other two.
But I'm going to tell you well, I'm going to tell you about Boomer. Okay.
What do you mean?
You remember when Sam Sutter ran against? You remember when Sam Sutter ran against Mayor Paul Coogan? I don't know if I don't know if you heard about that one. Oh, well, I do. When Sam Sutter ran against Mayor Paul Coogan for the mayoral seat, the reason why Sam Sutter lost is because he implemented the 10% once before. Okay.
Because he what?
He implemented the $10 fee. I'm sorry, the $10 fee. And so so that there, okay, that was a wash. That was a wash for Sam Sutter. Okay. I already knew Sam Sutter was going to lose that battle.
You're right, Fifth Element. He is in real estate. Yes. So when I heard him say that, I had bells going off on my brain.
So now it's not going to be as easy. Mayor Paul Coogan's going to have a hard time with Boomer, okay? Because I'm going to tell you why. It's not going to be as easy as it was with Sam Sutter. Boomer's going to throw everything at him, okay? Boomer's in real estate, okay? And Boomer's gonna throw everything at him, okay? You know what I'm saying? Everything but the kitchen sink. But it's going to be hard. Mayor Paul Coogan's going to have a hard time with him, okay? So I think, my opinion, if I was Mayor Paul Coogan, I would back out of this race because he's going to have a hard time with him. And you know something, I would just say
that won't happen.
No, you know something, I think Mayor Paul. My opinion, I don't know, but I think Mayor Paul Coogan should back out of this race. I think he should, okay? Because of all the stuff that's going on here in the city of Fall River. No, I'm serious. Of all the stuff that's going on here in the city of Fall River, stuff that Mayor Paul Coogan hasn't kept up with. He hasn't even done anything for the fire department. He hasn't even done anything for our roads. He hasn't even done any. I mean, what about the opera money? You know what I'm saying?
What money?
The opera money. You know what I'm saying? He spent all of that. Okay. There's nothing. There is basically nothing here in Fall River that Fall River can show for. There is nothing. So, like I said, you know what I'm saying? If I was Mayor Paul Coogan and I was running against Boomer, I would back out of the race because you want to know why? Because he's going to have a hard time with Boomer because Boomer's going to throw everything at him. Okay?
Well, if Boomer,
they're going to throw everything. They're going to throw everything at each other. But I'm going to tell you something. Boomer, Mayor Paul Coogan is I believe that I think he should just back out of the race. Okay. Mayor Paul Coogan, I think he should just back out of the race and just give it to him because
Well,
I
he's
don't
not
think
going to do that
I don't
because he got most of the votes. He's not going to back out.
yeah.
There's Jacob.
So I think I believe that he's gonna have a hard time with Boom. Boom is gonna give it to him. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff with the sexual assault that happened at Durfee High School when Mayor Paul Coogan was, a vice principal over there. I mean, and they interrogated his daughter for no reason. Okay, they interrogated his daughter without a lawyer present
Or a parent.
or a parent present. Okay,
They're
which
gonna
is
She was a victim.
Yeah.
so they made his daughter out of a victim where she wasn't the she wasn't the problem. You know what I'm saying? His daughter, yeah. So I mean, yeah. So well, who brought that up? Who brought up that assault at Durfee High School? I think Kevin Aguiar. Kevin Aguiar did. Kevin Aguiar is the one that brought up that assault. Okay, and this was on Mayor Paul Coogan's watch when they had when there was when they had the SRO over there. Okay, they made his daughter look like the victim. What was it, Linda?
No, they're interrogating her, which never should have done to her.
They were interrogating her, which is that they should have. What they were interrogating her, which is that which is they should have never done that without a parent because she was young. Okay, but you know something? I think Mayor Paul Coogan should be held accountable for that. Okay, he should be held accountable for that because that's not right. That was a child. Okay, that was somebody's child. Okay, it was somebody's kid. You know what I'm saying?
So how do these people get into office, Dave? When things like this happen, how is it that people vote for these types of officials to get in? I don't understand this.
I don't understand it either. Coogan fell into Talbot as a principal, but then had to worst educational record of all schools as a superintendent. Now the city voted Coogan, added the mayor, and I haven't seen a great or good accomplishment yet by Coogan. No news levels of changes, crime rates increasing, and economic development is down.
The economic development is down all across the state. It's the same. It's practically the same story wherever you go in Massachusetts. Boston is going to see increase in crime because of the drug addicts. They want to make a drug-free zone in Boston, and that is going to spread to the other cities. The other, like Somerville, now is experiencing that, and it's gonna spread, and it's gonna get and this is intentional, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what it is, again, with the people in Massachusetts that are allowing this to happen. Because, like I told Priscilla, it shows that people are not going out to vote. It just shows, you can tell, that the city and the state they're crumbling. And it's because of the non-voter. It's because of the people that don't go vote.
Well, we have to get the people out there. I mean, again, you know what I'm saying? And 6,000 votes. I mean, that was a slap in the face for Fall River, for Massachusetts. For Fall River.
Terrible.
That was horrible.
That's
I mean,
terrible.
people got to get out there and vote. I mean, look what's happening. Look what's happening in our look what's happening in our schools. Okay, look what's happening there. Okay, thanks to Kevin Aguirre for bringing that to light. Okay, Kevin Aguirre, school committee Kevin Aguirre is the one that bring that to light. Okay, you know, he did, and you know something, and I'm
Yeah,
glad.
that's the Democrats' MO. No, unfriendly business environment and increase taxes. That's all they know how to do is increase taxes. They just want your money. The Democrats, that's all they want. Because government is not a business. Government does not make money.
Yeah.
It's businesses that make money. It's the people that go and have jobs. They go to work for these businesses and they get money. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to
Fifth
be.
element.
In
Fifth element.
Massachusetts,
Yeah.
they want,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
but in Massachusetts, they want a big government,
Yeah.
which means that that's taxpayer money. And if there are no jobs and people cannot find work, taxes are not going to be coming into Massachusetts because that's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
They are relying on the 4% surtax
Yep.
to keep these programs going in that state. And the state has the worst job growth rate in the country.
Yeah.
Massachusetts is in last place for job
Yes, we
growth.
are.
And
Well,
it's one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive state in the country. People are not going to survive Massachusetts. They're not going to. It's impossible.
yeah.
It's just impossible. People that own homes are going to be paying more in property taxes. And they're going to turn around and they're going to hike the rent up. And now
Yeah.
you're going to have that whole problem all over again. They're not going to be able to afford the rent. They can't find a job. Taxes are going to go up on the homeowner. And you start this all over again, but it's just going to be worse this time around. It's going to be worse because it's already started, like somebody, I think Fifth Element said, or somebody else said it. It's already starting. It's already cracking. It's already starting to calm down.
Yeah.
And another election cycle of Michelle Wu, Governor Healy, and all the others is just going to add to that crack. You have a good night too, Fifth Element. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, yeah, you have a great night, and yes, thank you for coming on. And by the way, if anybody else wants to
Come
throw
again.
if anybody else wants to throw some opinions in there, go right ahead. We're here to listen to everybody's opinions. So if you want, go ahead. So that way, because we want everybody to feel that. Your opinion matters. So if
you have an opinion, it matters.
Yes.
Please have an opinion. Don't. I do not appreciate people that come on. I know it's your show, Dave, but I don't appreciate people that come on and say, I'm not going to go vote because it doesn't matter. That's not an opinion. That's not an opinion. That means nothing. That just means nothing. You got to get the ones that are going to go vote or have voted to have their opinions on here because they voted and they have a right to have an opinion. But the ones that don't vote, don't say anything at all. Don't complain. Don't criticize. You shouldn't be saying anything because you're not participating in our republic and how our government does things. So just go away, go to the side, and let the ones that did vote make an opinion. That's what I gotta say. Okay.
That's all right. So if anybody, has an opinion, you can come on and express your opinions. But, what this show's about right now is that we're trying to get everybody out there to vote. We just don't want people saying that their vote don't matter, but their vote does matter. Their vote counts just like everybody else's does. So that's what we're trying to do. So so that way we can make a better world. You know what I'm saying? So, but hey, if you have an opinion, come bring your opinions on. We like to hear it. But the only thing that we don't want to hear is that your vote don't count. We don't want to hear that. We want to hear that your vote does count. Okay, so just like Annalisa
And you know
said.
what else would be nice too is to if people want to improve their own backyard where they live, you people need to get together and you need to figure out what to do. And if that means that you want more people to go out and vote, because the people that showed up to vote for that city is dismal, to say the least.
Yeah.
And if you want people to vote, and if you want to make a change and a difference where you live, anywhere where you live, you need to get together and figure out what to do. It's not going to fall on your lap. It's not going to fall on your lap. I mentioned two people, Charlie Kirk and Scott Pressler. They are on the ground working and getting people registered to vote and voting Republican. They're not sitting at home criticizing and complaining about how things are when they don't even participate and they can't even go vote because they can't figure out who they want to vote for. So stay home and don't say anything because you don't have a right to. But for the ones that want to do something, you have to do something. You can't just sit in your home thinking that, yeah, you guys got to go vote. You got to go out and vote. Yeah, you can say that all you want, but you need to do something. There has to be action behind the words. And if there's no action behind the words that you want change, it's not going to change. It's not going to change. It's not going to change.
I think it's this guy right here. This guy here that's running for
Yes.
governor.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Hey,
Well,
you know,
now you have 3 Republicans running in the race and you have 1 Democrat.
yeah,
So if Maura Healey gets 25% of the vote, and then the other 3 get a total of 25%, she wins.
yep.
She's going to go on to the general election. And then whoever comes out on top on the primary for the Republican is going to go up against Maura Healey with less percentage and less votes because people voted for the other 2. So that's why I say you got to pick one. And where's the mass GOP in all this? They're nowhere.
Yeah.
Why is the mass GOP not involved in what is going on in Fall River to change the leadership there to a Republican leadership? Like, where is the mass GOP in any of these cities and towns where they're Republicans? Is the mass GOP down there, Dave, in Fall River?
Nope. There's none down here whatsoever. Mass GOP.
Yeah.
I didn't see any.
They're not helping. They are not boots on the ground. They're a show. Just like Amy Carnevale, all she wants to do is go to these meetings, go on TV, and talk nonsense and crap while she does nothing, asking for money, while they do nothing on the ground. There is nobody from the Mass GOP on the ground in Fall River trying to get a Republican voted in for the mayor's office.
We have to have boots on the ground over there. I got to do something. Matter of fact, I think I have a great idea. I have a speaker and I have a microphone. Maybe we can actually do a live outside of Fall River. You know what I'm saying? And and have some kind of leverage and have boots on the ground over there.
This is what I think you should do, Dave. You can do a live outside, and you have a table set up, and you have people to register to vote.
Yeah.
Or say, make sure you go out and vote. Like every weekend up until the election. That's 4 weekends or 5 weekends that people of Fall River can get together and get a table and a booth out there, learn how to register voters on mass.gov so that people can go and vote.
All right, so let's do that right now. You know what I'm saying? While we're live. You guys can go to mass.gov and go vote. You know what I'm saying? So
register to vote, not go vote. Register to vote.
You guys can go register to vote on mass.gov. So guys, get over to mass.gov and go register to vote. So that
if they're
way,
not registered,
if you guys are not registered, you guys got to get out there and go and vote. Okay, go register yourself to vote on mass.gov. Okay.
You need to go out, Dave, just like Scott Pressler. I'm going to keep using those two, Scott Pressler and Charlie Kirk. They talked about the issues. They answered people's questions. That is how you get people to vote. That's how you get them to vote. When they listen to what you've got to say and you make sense, and how you want to change Fall River, what you want to do, all this stuff. People go and tell them, look, Paul Coogan isn't doing what he should be doing. Let's try to change it. Let's see if we can vote for someone else. If you're not registered to vote, we can help you register to vote on mass.gov. That's how you do it. You have to be on the ground, boots on the ground. That's it. That's it. There is no magic formula to this. There just isn't.
I know, but it's mass.gov. So I'm gonna the day before the election. I'm gonna go. I know where. I'm not gonna go far, but I know where there's a corner. But I know where there's a corner because I know where there's a corner right over here by Crookshank Street, and people will listen.
You need to go if you know where to go where people are not voting. If you know where that is in Fall River, where people don't show up to vote, that's where you need to go. Like that's where you should go. Where they don't go vote. Not where they vote, where they don't go vote.
So that would be
that's where you got to be. That's where people, not you particularly, people that want to change and want to be involved have to go to those neighborhoods where people do not go vote.
Yeah.
Not where they vote. That doesn't make sense. You got to go where they don't vote and try to get them to vote.
But I got to be safe myself too. You know what I'm saying? Because some of the neighborhoods like 4th Street, 5th Street.
Do they go vote?
I don't know.
Right. That's the question. Where do they don't, where is it? You don't have to stay there either. You can just drop it in their mailboxes. You can have flyers. go vote. We're going to have a debate in such a day. Come up to the high school. We'd love to have you. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be on the ground if you think it's dangerous. There are other ways to do it if you
Got
want
it.
to do
Nah.
it. If you
Well,
want,
I do want to do it, and I just got to find a way to do it.
it's not just you. I'm talking about people in general. I'm not
People
talking
in
about
general, yeah.
just people in general that want to change what they don't like about where they live. It's not going to fall on your lap. That's my point. You have to get out there and you have to have the boots on the ground. You have to do something. You have to mail flyers. I don't know, whatever it is that you can do that will go to the sections where people do not go vote. If it's dangerous, have a mailing, mail it to them,
Yeah.
mail the information to them. That's all. I mean, you don't have to be there.
Yeah. I'll figure it out. I think I have an idea.
There really isn't much time to figure it out. Now it's action time. You only got about a month. So if
Yeah.
nothing is going to happen, then you're going to have to rely on people to go out and vote. And the trend is that they're not voting. So I'm going to say that people are not going to go vote for the general election. And if there's not enough people that show up, Paul Coogan is going to get back in.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised, Dave. Don't be surprised. Get ready for Paul Coogan to get reelected. Just get ready. I'm not saying he's going to, but you better get ready for that. Because if people are not going to go out and vote, that's probably what's going to happen. Most likely, he's going to get back in.
Well, let's cross our fingers that he doesn't.
Well, as they say, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Prepare for Paul Coogan to get back in. Just prepare mentally that is a possibility.
Well,
it's a good possibility.
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this to everyone right now. Okay, if Mayor Paul Coogan gets back in, and I hear you guys complaining about this and complaining about that, okay, the ones that voted Coogan back in, you're the problem. Okay, the one that voted him back in, you are the problem. Okay, you are the problem.
Look at this statistically, Dave. Okay, because this is how the Democrats are. Look at this statistically. They do not have another Democrat running against Paul Coogan. So say there's Paul Coogan and another Democrat in the general election. Let's just say, right? Let's just say there was another Democrat with Paul Coogan. And then you had the other three Republicans. Paul Coogan would not have gotten all the votes like he did last time. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it might have split. He might not have been the clear winner because there was another Democrat opponent there. They don't want that. The Democrats don't want that. That's why it's crucial for the mass GOP to get involved, because the Democrats have figured this all out. But the mass GOP goes along with the Democrats.
Yep.
So there is no Democrat running with Paul Coogan in the general election. So you're going to get the Democrats, the ones that are not very bright about what's going on in the city of Fall River. They're going to vote for him again. He's going to get all the Democrat votes, all of them. all of them. Whoever comes up, whoever shows up to vote at the general election, they're all going to vote. If they vote for Democrat, he's going to get them all. Okay, now Boomer got most of the votes compared to the other two. The question is, are the people that voted for the other two candidates and not Boomer Amaral, are they going to come out and vote for Boomer Amaral? If
Oh
they
yes, you're talking about Carlos Caesar, and
I'm
yes, they
talking
are.
about the voters. I'm talking about the voters that
Okay.
voted for them, other than like Amaral, Boomer Amaral. I'm talking about the voters that voted for the other two. If they come out to vote and vote for Boomer Amaral, there might be a shot there.
That's
But
what
if
we're
the
hoping
people
for.
that did not vote for Boomer Amaral and voted for the other two are going to say, I don't want Boomer Amaral. I don't like him. I wanted whoever they wanted, so I'm not going to go vote. He's lost. He's lost. He lost. He lost.
Yeah, well, they have to. They got to give him a chance. You know what I'm saying? They have to. You know, they got to give Boomer a chance. Boomer has to have a chance. Okay, you know. But if that ever happened, then if that ever happened and Coogan got back in, then I know who the problem is. What the problem is? It's the people that did not go out and vote. You know what I'm saying, so the people that didn't go out and vote, they're the problem. Okay, they are the problem.
They're the problem
And,
too, Dave, but so is the mass GOP. They're another big problem.
yeah.
The mass GOP is another big problem. They are not helping at all. Nowhere.
Nope.
Nowhere. They're not down there. They're not boots on the ground. They're not trying to convince people to vote Republican. They're nowhere to be found. They're nowhere. The only thing they want to do is raise money.
Yep.
And do nothing. That's it. That's what the mass GOP is. They are a disgrace. They're a disgrace to the Republican Party. They're horrible. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like it. Even in blue states, supposedly like New York City, have Republican representatives. But Massachusetts doesn't want them. The Democrats want to take over. They have taken over by gerrymandering, which is against the law. This is what they do. This is what they do. And people that don't speak up are helping with this.
Yeah.
People that don't go vote, the mass GOP that are silent and complicit about it are going along with it. Period.
You're right.
That's it. That is what's going on. That's what's going on. If there are no boots on the ground, I hate to, you know what? Just be ready for Paul Coogan to get back in. I'm telling you, be ready for it. Be mentally ready that he might get back in. And he knows it. And they know it, Dave. These Democrats know how to play the game better than the Republicans. Better than the Republicans. They're much smarter than the Republicans in Massachusetts. They still haven't caught up to how to play the game with the Democrats. They don't know how to do it. That's why they always lose. And you will always lose. The Republicans will always lose because they're not smart enough to come up against these Democrats.
Well, we'll see when the general election. We'll see when in the election. Yeah. Well, I mean, these are the people. These are the people that bitch all the time about. Oh, Mayor Paul Coogan's not doing this. Mayor Paul Coogan's not doing that. And these are the people that will that will go ahead and vote for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't. I know they complain and all that, but they don't like Boomer either.
Well, you know
And what
something.
do you
Boomer's
do?
better than Boomer Emerald. Is better
Okay,
than
but what do
Mayor
you
Paul
say to
Coogan.
the people that don't think Boomer Amaral is better?
Why don't you guys think that Boomer Emerald is better? You know what I'm saying? Why are you guys saying that? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, did
You know
you
what I'm saying?
listen to what was it CJ who brought up that Boomer is going to go to the court in Bristol County?
For
Did you
what?
hear that?
For what?
For not paying his ex-wife because he's
Well, I
divorced.
mean, yeah. So that's not
He doesn't have a job, Dave. He doesn't have a job. So how is he making payments on a home that he says is worth $700,000 if he doesn't have a job?
He's a real estate agent.
Yeah, but he says to the courts that he doesn't have a job and that he was in the National Guard.
Well, he
So I don't know. So is he a real? Okay, so he's a real estate agent, but I think it was CJ who said that he doesn't have a job and that the finances that he was trying to say that he's got to go to court because of
go ahead.
I don't know if it's child support or spousal support or whatever. She sued him because she's not getting the money that she was supposed to get from him. So Chip or CJ was saying, this is the guy that you want running City Hall when he can't even get his own finances straight. What do you say to that? Like, what do you say to somebody like Chip that thinks Boomer Amaral is not going to be a good candidate? He's not going to be a
So
good leader.
so I'm going to tell you this, okay? You know what?
Yeah.
CJ, Chip, okay? CJ and Chip, okay? I mean, by them saying that, okay, by them saying what them saying what they're saying, okay,
Yeah.
that's gonna make Mayor Paul Coogan win, okay,
That's what I'm
and
saying.
you know something, and them two, okay, them are the ones, that bitch and complain about Mayor Paul Coogan, okay, so.
Right.
I mean, them are the ones that bitch and complain about Mayor Paul Coogan. So by them saying that, okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's going to make Mayor Paul Coogan win. Mayor Paul Coogan's
Well, I
probably
mean,
going to
look,
use that against him. I
I
don't
don't
want Mayor.
know.
Hold on, one
But
second.
that
I
okay, go ahead.
I don't want Mayor Paul Coogan. I don't want 4 more years of Mayor Paul Coogan. Okay, this is
Right.
bull. Okay, all right. I think Boomer would make a good. I think Boomer would make a good mayor. Okay, of the city of Fall River. Okay, he would. It shouldn't have to have. Okay, you know something. It shouldn't have to have anything to do about finances or what he's going to court for. Okay, all right. It shouldn't have nothing to do with that at all.
Well, but yeah, okay. But
Yeah,
you don't think
yeah.
so.
No, I don't. Really, I
But
don't. Honestly,
but
I don't.
but
Go
CJ
ahead.
does think so.
Well, I don't think so. I'm
So
sorry.
CJ
I don't
says
agree.
if he can't get his own finances together, how is he going to do the city? That's what he's saying.
Yeah, but I mean, they shouldn't have to have anything to do with that, though. It shouldn't have to have anything to
Well,
do with that.
it's a personal issue, right? First, it's a
But
personal
that's
issue.
that's his private issue. That's Boomer's private issue.
Yeah, but what?
That
But
shouldn't. Wait a minute, hold
go
on.
ahead. Go ahead.
That shouldn't even be. I'm just saying, on my own opinion, that shouldn't even be brought up. Okay, that's a private issue. That shouldn't even be brought up.
Okay, but what happens when it does, Dave? That's what I'm trying to say. This is how the Republicans need to know how to come up with an answer for somebody like CJ who says he's got to go to court in Bristol County pretty soon.
So that's a
because of
private issue.
finances, huh?
That's his own private. That's his own private. What do you call it? That
Yeah,
should
right.
that
That's a
should
personal issue. Yes, it's
that's a
personal.
personal issue, okay? And that's a political attack that should have never came up on his show at all, okay? That should
I
have
know.
never. I'm sorry,
Well, but
but you
he,
know
but
what? I know. Hold on. I know CJ's my cousin and everything else,
yeah,
okay? I know. And he does run Spindle City very well, but I'm
yeah.
going to tell you, okay? That is a personal issue. That issue should have never came up, okay? That issue should have never came up regardless, okay? That
Yeah,
is a
but
private
okay, but
issue. That's
okay,
his
I
private
understand.
issue.
All right, I understand that, but it still doesn't answer the question as to what CJ thinks that Boomer Amaral is not going to be able to run a city with whatever budget it is. I don't know, into the millions or maybe billions if he can't get his own finances straight. How is he going to run a city? So now Boomer has to come on or has to answer that question. He has to answer. He has to come
Well,
out and say,
well,
"Look, yeah, this is personal or whatever, but I'm doing this, this, and this. I know how to run my own personal finances. I'm not in the hole. I'm not bankrupt." He has to now come out and say that this is not about, he doesn't have to go into it. Just say, I'm not going bankrupt. I'm fine. We're just having to iron out some differences, but I know what I'm doing. I'm not in the hole, and I'm not going to make Fall River go in the hole because I don't know what I'm doing. You gotta have what I'm trying to say is that you gotta have some comeback for people that are skeptical about Boomer. He's got to have answers. He's got to be able to say, I am the guy for Fall River. I am the right candidate for mayor because I run a business. I do this. I have 6 kids that I raise by myself, right?
and he has been saying that. He has been saying that. Boomer has been
Oh,
saying that.
yeah, but he hasn't said anything about his finances, though. He talks about he has 6 kids and all that. But the question is from CJ, you can't ignore it because he's gonna go vote. He's a voter. He votes.
All right, so I know he votes. So what is he gonna? Okay. So by him saying that, okay, by him saying what he's saying, okay,
Yeah.
is that well, if CJ didn't want Boomer, if CJ did not want Coogan in office, I mean, by CJ saying what he's saying about Boomer, okay, Coogan's
Yeah, but
gonna
that's not
win.
what he said. You're thinking that by criticizing Boomer or by bringing up that point that people are not going to go vote for him. No, he's asking a question. He's asking a question. Can he handle a budget of a city if he can't even handle his own personal finances? That's what he's trying to say.
What? I believe that Boomer can handle uh, the city's financial the city's financial. I believe Boomer can.
His
Okay,
finances.
huh? I believe Boomer can.
Well, I mean, but what my point is this: whether you believe it, Linda's checked out. Yeah, she does that all the time, by the way.
Yeah.
But my point is this: when somebody is running for candidate, you're going to have these people ask these questions,
Yeah.
and
And
you
we
have to be
already know
ready.
that.
But you have to be ready for an answer. That's what I'm trying to say. They're
Well,
going to have
Boomer's
all the questions, but where are the answers? That's
well,
the problem.
Boomer's coming on Thursday. Okay. Well,
Tomorrow.
Boomer's coming on tomorrow at 6:30. Okay,
Yeah.
and well, and I'll ask him that question and see and see what he says. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, because that's for Boomer to answer that question. Okay,
Well, you know,
not
you just
CJ, and not myself. That
he
is for
didn't
Boomer to
answer.
answer.
No. He didn't answer any question. He didn't answer. He's asking. He's asking. So you ask Boomer, what do you say to someone who says that that they think you cannot run the city's budget because you're having issues with your own personal finances? Like, what do you say to that? That's the question. What do you say to people that are skeptical or they just want to know what you're going to do? Look, Paul Coogan is definitely not the answer.
Paul Coogan cannot even handle his own finances. All right.
Okay, Paul Coogan is definitely not the answer. He's making a mess out of that city because he's a Democrat and he's an established. He's the elitist. He's one of the elitists, and he's going to do whatever they tell him to do. That's how the Democrats roll right now.
Yeah.
That's how they are. They don't care about their constituents. All
Yeah.
they care about is putting money in their pocket, and that includes the waterfront project that he keeps talking about. That's going to make money for him and his friends.
Yeah.
Nobody else.
Yeah,
Nobody else.
Yeah. Not well, I know, but yeah, I mean, but CJ's talking about Boomer cannot handle it. Cannot handle his finance, but look at Mayor Paul Coogan. Mayor Paul Coogan cannot handle his finances. Okay, he cannot even. Mayor Paul Coogan cannot even.
What? No. This is, you got to be specific. What you got to say is that the school has $14,000 in late fees.
Yeah, $14,000 in late fee.
So why is it that the city can't pay for it? Why is it that Paul Coogan, the mayor, can't pay for it? Why do you have late fees? These are the things you have to be ready to debate. These are the things that you need to Boomer, whether he does or not, I don't know. But my point is you gotta be ready for these things, because these things are going to be thrown at your face and you have to have an answer. You can't just say, I think he's going to be good. I believe he's going to be good. No, be specific. We're $14,000 in debt concerning the electric bill for late fees. Why? You turn it. You don't make it about Boomer and his personal finances. You turn it and you say, well, Coogan can't even pay the electric bill because he's racked up $14,000 worth of a late fee. You tell me that that's good money management? That's what you got to say. Do you know what I mean?
But you know something? That is poor management. $14,000 in late fees is poor management.
That's my point. That is not good money management.
No,
so you got CJ who says he's going to go to court. Well, what about the $14,000, the late fees on the electric bill, CJ? Paul Coogan, you guys can't even pay the electric bill. What about that?
The $14,000.
That's what you got to say. These are the things that you got to say. You got to throw it back at them.
Right. Well, $14,000. You're talking about somebody else's finances. What about the $14,000 that Coogan owns National Grid's the fee?
Well, what about the $2 million? Dave? What about the $2 million that's missing from the budget?
And the $2 million that's missing from the budget. So, CJ, what about the $2 million that's missing from the budget and the $14,000 in late fees?
So Paul Coogan is a better money manager than Boomer. Boomer hasn't even been a mayor. He has done nothing of these things. So he's attacking him personally with his personal finances. right? Because Boomer hasn't held any position, right, as a
No, he
public
hasn't.
official or anything like that.
He Boomer held the Boomer got the Republican I think the Republican nominee for what was it, Republic
For state Republican committee.
for the state Republican committee. So Boomer has that on
Yeah, but
his
he didn't.
belt.
But I'm saying he didn't run for office. He never had an office position.
No, Boomer never had an office position, but Boomer ran for state Republican committee, and he did get it.
All right, but he's never really had though an office where he ran and voted or whatever. Okay, so really, CJ has nothing to say about his service publicly other than personal. So he's digging up personal trash.
It's just personal information, throwing people's throwing people's personal information out there. I don't think that's cool at all doing that. I mean, I won't want.
Why isn't it that CJ doesn't come out and say, Paul Coogan is missing $2 million from the budget, $14,000 in late fees? Like, why? Instead of saying, well, you know what, Boomer, I don't like what he's doing because he can't even run his own home. How is he going to run the city? Well, you haven't given him a chance. You haven't given him a chance. You don't know.
Nobody ever gave Boomer a chance. So how do you know? Boomer could run that.
Nobody's giving him a chance. But right now, the people that are paying attention to this and the mess that Fall River is in right now because of Paul Coogan, you know how Paul Coogan runs the show. I think CJ needs to criticize Paul Coogan a little bit more rather than focusing on Boomer because he needs to put it out there that Paul Coogan is not the answer and he should not get reelected. And whether he likes Boomer or not, it doesn't matter because you have to put your feelings aside, like Chip said. And if that's who the people want, you're going to have to go along with it, whether you like it or not.
That is true too. Yep.
Okay. So they picked Boomer. You have Boomer. You should be propping him up and you should be criticizing Paul Coogan.
That's right.
To get him, Boomer, in office. CJ is doing it backwards. He's doing it backwards.
He's criticizing Boomer,
yeah.
But he's not criticizing. He's criticizing Boomer, but yet he's not criticizing Mayor Paul Coogan. Mayor Paul Coogan owns $14,000 in late fees for the electric bill.
That's the school department.
That was for the school department. Okay, right. That was for the school department, and the other $2,000 too. What happened to that money? $2 million. $2 million. Whatever happened to that? How come CJ is not criticizing Mayor Paul Coogan with that?
No, he has. Okay? In all fairness, he has talked about all that stuff. But
in all fairness, yeah,
I get it. He has in the past, but now for some reason he's honing in on Boomer Amaral. So, I don't think he should be doing that. I really don't think that that's a smart move right now.
I don't think it is either.
So, but if that's the question he has, then what we got to say to him is, well, you have a $14,000 late fee on a electric bill that the city hasn't paid. The city hasn't paid its electric bill. So how is that good for finances in your city?
That ain't good for finances. That's poor finances.
Right,
that is poor finances on Mayor Paul Coogan's Paul Coogan's part.
Exactly.
Okay.
That is the fire that you guys had in the summertime at the Gabriel house. You didn't have enough firefighters, I guess, was a problem, one issue, right?
Yeah. So Mayor Paul Coogan says, I don't know anything about staff in the fire department. If you talk to me
Right.
about school, I'll listen. I can tell
Right.
you things about the school.
Right.
So, yeah.
So he doesn't know how to run a city either.
No, he doesn't.
And he's bad at it. And he's bad at it. He doesn't know how to do it. He doesn't know
$2
how to do
million
it.
is missing. $2 million,
Right.
$2 million is missing. $14,000 in late fees on electric bill from the school department. Where's the money going?
For the school. They can't pay the electric bill at the school. That's all. Right? So you telling me that that's better money management?
No, that ain't better money management.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not. It's
Well,
not.
I mean-
But he's honing in on Boomer Amaral. Look, like I said it before, that's who the people voted for. And if Chip, or rather CJ, doesn't like it, he's just going to have to swallow it.
He's going to have to swallow his pride. That's it.
Yep. He's just going to have to swallow it.
I
Whether
mean,
you
yeah.
like Boomer or not, it doesn't matter with your personal feelings, whether you like him or not. That's who they voted for. Now you should be trying to prop him up and criticizing Paul Coogan, because if Boomer Amaral is not going to get the support that he needs to beat Paul Coogan, he's not going to run again. You're not going to get people to run again. You're going to be stuck with Paul Coogan for a very long time, because people are not smart enough. I'll say it again. People are not smart enough to see like what is happening right now. And that Fall River has a chance to change this leadership to probably something better than what they have right now. It can't get any worse than what it is right now unless they put Paul Coogan back in. It's going to get worse.
Yeah.
They have a chance. The people of Fall River have a chance to change the leadership of that city. How can it get any worse than it is right now? Which it could anyway with Paul Coogan.
Let me tell you something. Right now, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll tell you one thing. I'd rather have Boomer than Paul Coogan. Okay, any day.
That's what I'm saying. You got to give this guy a chance. You got to give him a chance. Nobody is perfect. You are never, ever going to find a perfect candidate. It doesn't exist. If it was somebody else, they would have found dirt on him too. If it was Carlos Diaz that won against Paul Coogan, Coogan would be finding dirt on him.
Yes, it would.
Or the other guy. Everybody has dirt.
Mm-hmm. Everybody has dirt on them. Of course.
Everybody. Paul Coogan had. We all have it. We all have our things that we wished we didn't do. We made mistakes and all that, right? We've all done it. We've all done it. Nobody is without flaws. No one. No one. So Boomer, I'm sure, has his flaws like everybody else. He's got his weaknesses like everybody else.
But
you got to give him a chance.
Boomer is Gabriel Boomer. He's a strong candidate. Okay, he is a strong candidate to go up against Mayor Paul Coogan. Okay, he's a strong candidate, and and that's one. That's why I voted for him. Two, I loved what Boomer was saying. That's why I voted for him. Okay, So I mean, Boomer's a strong candidate. So
obviously, the people that went out to vote voted for Boomer.
Yes, they did.
Over the other two, and the other Democrats, they voted for Paul Coogan. He's the only Democrat in the race. He's going to get them all. There were 3 Republicans, and the vote was, luckily there was Boomer that came out on top. So you have Boomer now that is the only candidate. Now you've got to go out and vote for the guy. But in the meantime, you got to prop this guy up.
You can't go inside. You can't give the enemy. You can't go and criticize Boomer. Okay, you can't go and criticize him like that. Okay, because you're giving the enemy a chance to win. If you're going to criticize, the candidate that we want in there now.
And sometimes, Dave, you have to pick your battles too. So if Boomer doesn't think that this is a big issue, and if he can just say, well, you know what, Paul Coogan is not doing a good job running the city either, managing the money either. So I don't know where you're coming from. Do you know what I mean? And then leave it at that. $2 million they can't find, $14,000 in late fees. You can't even pay the electric bill. So you tell me that that's good money management, and you're criticizing my personal finances? Like, I don't get it. Like, how? There's no comparison here. Where's this comparison? There isn't any. He's really attacking him personally. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. And I guess he doesn't like Boomer. I'm thinking he doesn't like Boomer. And that's why he's doing this, I guess. But you know what? He came out on top. Oh, well. He came out on top, and oh, well, that's what it is.
So, yes, he did.
Now you've got to try and get this guy in office and give him a chance to see what he can do.
We need to give Boomer a chance to see what he can do.
To see what happens, because I think with Coogan in and any of those incumbents, the Democrats that are in Massachusetts, they're all going to make it worse. They're all going to make it worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
They are. They're going to make it worse. What I sent you, Dave. Oh gosh, it was I don't know the story, but maybe you do, or maybe Linda does. About it was, I don't know if it was last week, that they had in Fall River that this woman was looking for justice for this little girl.
Oh, you heard about that already. Yeah. Matter of fact, I think I have.
So she had a megaphone, and she was going. Where did she say she was going? The city hall, the courthouse. Where did she say she was going?
I guess she said something about the courthouse.
To get justice for this little girl. So what happened with? Do you know what happened with this little girl?
I have no idea what. I have no idea.
So you don't know what it is either. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know the whole story with that. So, with that, I don't know the whole story.
So this guy got out?
No. What I understand that I think Linda, the girl, that protest that they had at the courthouse. Remember, you were listening to it. I don't know. You want to talk to Annalisa about it?
I don't know much about it.
Yeah. I don't know anything about it, really. I mean,
Hello?
So what was it about this little girl that the guy?
She had been violated by her own father, and she got no justice when she was young.
Her own father?
They tried to take it to the law. The law wouldn't do anything.
Oh wow, crap!
I think the video is over here. Let me pull up the video. Ballroom reporter.
Was this recent? What happened to this little girl?
It was years ago.
It was years ago. Wow. Okay. She had a sign in the background for Boomer Emerald. That was pretty cool.
Oh, yes.
Oh, there it is right here.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no
I think
more,
it was
no
the
more
Fall
secrets.
River. Yeah, the Fall River
No more secrets.
Reporter
No more.
had it.
No more secrets. No more shame.
Yeah, right.
Let me see if I can get that up there a little bit better.
No child has the ability to understand why this happened, why this is wrong, and why they feel the feelings they feel. Beyond the physical violation, there could always be emotional and mental damage. Watching Aliciana grow up and blossom into the adult she is today has not come without its challenges. While on the surface things may look calm, beneath there is a chaotic current of emotions and trauma that threaten to overcome all that she has worked for. These
Oh, so
challenges
she's
are
alive.
that continue to this day. At age 5, Aliciana first came into my life. She was a sweet little girl asking for bacon at Elmax Diner. But certain situations would overwhelm her and cause her to act out due to the conflicting emotions she was still trying to understand. Over time, these outbursts would come and go. They would fluctuate from minor to severe, and the people closest to her would get caught up in that whirlwind and still love her through it. I still remember driving her to cuss daily and listening to her question who she was and struggle into her self-worth and self-confidence. A girl who could be the sweetest and kindest person, who could help those around her and yet be so lost and struggle to ask for her own help. From high school until now, these struggles continue but show up differently. The constant questioning of her choices, the roller coaster of happiness and excitement for the life she is building, to the sadness that comes with questioning her own value. All of this shatters my heart into a million pieces. That her dreams and aspirations of what she wants her life to be could be held back by the actions of someone who should have encouraged her and protected her. While she has a strong support system around her, none of us can take away those horrific memories and pain inflicted on her by that monster. I have faith and belief that justice will be served, and it will never give back the innocence and trust that was stolen from my girl Aliciana. My only hope is that she will come to terms with her past and grow her into the woman I see her becoming each and every day. A kind and compassionate person who has confidence in who she is and ability to make a difference in the world, because I know she has made a difference in mine. My sweet girl, Aliciana.
Poor girl. Hold on, Annalisa. All right, let me try to get this going here. I don't like these headsets because they flip. Yeah, that poor girl.
So she's still alive.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, okay.
That-
So
I
they're
just-
looking for justice for what happened to her as she was growing up.
yes. Yeah. Well, yes. So yeah. So I
Because
just played
nothing
the.
happened to him. Because nothing happened. Because they didn't charge him with anything.
Well, they said that he was arrested. So it said on the sign that he was arrested.
Oh, okay.
So,
But I think he was let out.
But I think he was let out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So,
horrible, man.
Yeah, so she's still suffering, and I guess they're trying to say, and this guy, that I guess is the father, who did this to her, is out and about. That is crazy.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
It's
nuts, right?
yeah, it's all
And
backwards.
and the statute of limitation is already ran out too.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, the statute of limitation. Yeah, the statute of limitation already ran out. So Yeah, statute of limitation.
Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to do by coming out now with that. I don't understand. So
Yeah.
no, I don't get it. I don't get it. So anyway, the government is still shut down.
Yeah.
Yay.
Government still shut down. Yeah.
I hope that they can get rid of more people on a permanent basis, the ones that don't need to be there. Save us
Yeah.
more money.
Yeah. I
Oh,
think that's
President Trump is still cutting programs. He's cutting the Green New Deal, those kinds of things.
oh, he's called President Trump is cutting the Green New Deal. Good.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. He just cut another deal with this stuff, like
Yeah.
billions of dollars worth.
Yeah.
So that's not happening anymore. So there's a lot of money that is being saved
Mhm.
by these scams with the renewable energy, like what's going on in Massachusetts with Mara Healy shutting down the pipeline and making the rates go up.
She's not doing us a favor by shutting down those pipelines the way
No,
she did.
no, she's not. So that's just going to drive the prices up. The more she closes pipelines,
Mhm.
that means the gas is not getting to Massachusetts. And if it has to come from a further place like the South and it has to travel all the way up there, the costs are going to go up.
Yeah.
The delivery fees, they're going to go up.
Yes, it
So,
is. So
yeah,
yeah.
if she, again, we talked about it before. If she gets back in, it's going to get worse.
Yeah.
More pipelines will be shut. And in the meantime, President Trump and the rest of the country is like, yeah, we don't want the renewable energy. So those programs are all going to be cut. And then you have like Massachusetts that are Mara Healy's also closing the pipelines. I mean, I don't know where the hell are you guys going to do. I don't know.
Well, but this woman, that Moy Healy, she closed it. What is that going to do by her closing the pipelines?
I don't know.
The thing, I mean, President Trump is cutting everything. So
Well,
what is?
he's cutting all the renewable energy that she supported. And now that money is going away, but she continues to cut the pipeline. She closes
Yeah,
them. And so it's going to make everything go up.
yeah, and she's the one that's going to make everything go up, not
Yeah.
President Trump.
That's Mara Healy is making everything go up. They're blaming President Trump for it, but it's her.
Yeah,
It's
but
her.
it's her. She's the one that's doing it.
She's doing it.
Yeah,
But she blames President Trump. I really don't understand this argument with President Trump because President Trump is like nowhere to be found in Massachusetts. Like, what has he got to do with Massachusetts? What does he got to do with Massachusetts?
he has nothing to do with Massachusetts because and she always brings him up all the time. Oh, President Trump this, President Trump
Yeah.
that, President Trump this. But she doesn't talk. But you know what? When she starts mentioning President Trump this and President Trump that, but she doesn't talk about the shady stuff that she does.
That's right. It's all planned out. They all have the same game.
Yeah.
They all do the same
Sure.
thing. Warren does it. Markey does it. Ayanna Pressley does it. Michelle Wu does it. They all do it because they know, right or wrong, that the people in Massachusetts do not like President Trump.
That's true. Yep, absolutely.
And
Yeah.
so they're always bringing him up because they know it scores points for them. Even though
Okay.
what they're doing is ruining the state,
Yeah.
when they bring up President Trump, everybody's like, yeah, that's right. It's his fault. He's the one that's driving up all the prices. He's the one that's doing that. No, he's not.
Yeah.
No, he's not. It's Mara Healy that's doing it. President Trump does not run your state. Mara Healy does.
Yeah.
She's the one making these decisions, not President Trump. President Trump is not telling Mara Healy to shut down the pipelines so that you guys don't get gas, so that you have to use renewable energy, which is wind and solar. You people are going to freeze to death if that ever happens.
Yeah.
You guys are going to freeze to death if you have no heat coming from the pipelines.
Yep. Well, you know what? Well, yeah. So we are gonna freeze.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah,
we
if you're
are
going to
gonna-
rely on wind and solar, yes, you're
Yeah.
going to freeze to death. Yep. You will have no heat.
Yep.
You won't have any heat. If you're
No.
going to rely on wind and solar, have fun with that.
Yeah. Well, that's not gonna happen. So
It's always cold in Mass. Most of the time, it's cold in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
You're going to need your heat, and
Yeah.
I would not be relying
Well,
on wind and solar there. That's for sure.
well, we have we have, but we don't have a heater no more. But we have a vent. I'll show it to you. I'll take a
This is the
picture.
pro- this is
A
the
what?
process
A
being
vent?
installed.
Yep. No. We have. I'm gonna show it to you. Hold on. I'm gonna take a picture. Oh wait, I can't. I'll take a picture later and I'll show it to you. You know, because they're putting what do you call it? Heat throughout the whole house.
Oh, they're putting central heating.
Yeah, we're getting central heating.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
So we got central heating throughout the whole. We're getting central heating throughout the whole house. So there's going to be a vent in every room. I even got a vent in my room, so,
Yep.
which is good. So
Yeah, as long as you've got the pipeline, you're fine. As long
Yes.
as you have the gas pipeline, you're fine.
yeah. Yeah, so
I was
I'm trying-
trying to do StreamYard, Dave. I can't do it.
You can't.
No,
It's
I
easy.
don't. It doesn't
easy.
work for me. I can't get it. I can't get it to work. I'll try it again. I don't know. I'll try it
Well,
again.
StreamYard is good. I'm going to tell you right now. If you can, they have the try the free access first.
Yeah, I am. But it when it asks me to connect to Facebook, it takes me to another page. It doesn't take me to the one that I usually use. So it's all messed up. And I can't do it on YouTube either. It won't let me. I don't know why.
StreamYard is great though. I'm telling you though, but it is. It is. At first I couldn't figure it out, but you know what? I end up figuring it out later. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is how I got it.
I mean, I've tried it like several times and I always end up with the same thing. I can't get it. I can't get it to connect.
Well, keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Yeah, I'll
Keep
try
doing
again.
But you know what? Don't look at like I said. Just don't give up. Keep doing it until you get. Because I'll tell you one thing. You know, once you're on StreamYard, you can send me the link and I can go on your show.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? I can go on your show and we can talk about your stuff.
Yeah, we always end up talking about the same stuff anyway, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. So try it again.
Do you know that speaking of social
Okay,
media,
go.
you know on TikTok, TikTok now
I
that's
know
been bought out. Okay.
Oh, yep, TikTok, yep.
So supposedly there was a deal made with
Oh,
the Chinese and President Trump.
Okay.
So Oracle, I don't know if you ever heard of them. Oracle, who bought out and other investors bought TikTok for $14 billion.
Yeah.
So our data, whoever's on TikTok, our data is stored in Texas, which it was before anyway. So now Oracle has TikTok's data. and
Okay, yeah.
algorithms. So they're going to be able to monitor the content that's going on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're going to really have free speech, Dave, even on TikTok. I don't know. Maybe it'll be better than it was before. Not sure. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give it a try to see if they're going to give, like, you shouldn't have said that. They went against our guidelines. I'm going to try it, and I'm going to see if it's any different than what it was before.
Check it out because you will get it. I'm telling you.
So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it's any different than it was.
Yeah, because I'm going to tell you because StreamYard is great. I'm telling you.
Well, I don't think StreamYard has the option for TikTok. I don't think so.
They do. It has
They
the
do?
option,
I
and
didn't
it
see it.
also has the option for Instagram too.
Yes, I couldn't get through Instagram
Don't
either.
go live if you have so many followers, though.
Well,
They changed those rules.
oh
Oh,
yeah.
Instagram, yeah.
So Instagram, you need a key.
I think
You need a stream
YouTube
key for
too. I
that.
think they all, I don't know, whatever. Doesn't matter.
No, but it's pretty. I mean, you can use your Facebook account for that.
Right. Well,
There's an
I'm trying
option.
to, that didn't work.
You know, let me see something. Maybe I can try to demonstrate a little bit here. Hold on a second. Check this out. Let me see here. Maybe I can demonstrate it just a little bit here. Well, they have this thing here where that you can connect your hold on. Let's see here. You can connect. I can't do it on here, but it says it. If you go to if you go to this, if you go to it, there's a thing where it says, well, you can connect your Facebook to it. It'll show you how. It'll give you directions.
Yeah, but it's not the page that I want.
So, all right. So, do you want to connect your Facebook
So I have to change the page, but it's not, I don't know how to do that, how to connect it to the page that I want it to connect to. So I'm having a hard time with that as well.
So when I get off of here, I'll show you how. So I mean, I'll show you how to do it. So, but my show has already ended. It's time for me to go. Boomer's going to be on tomorrow, and tomorrow at 6:30, and then we're going to talk about we're going to talk about all these things that we talked about today. So.
Oh yeah, he has a lot to say.
Yeah, because I don't think it's right for people to throw people's personal information out there like that. I think it's, I don't think people should be throwing people's personal information out there like that. Because that's private.
It's just gonna make people pay attention to him even more now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're gonna pay attention.
What's your point?
Yeah, so it's like, all right, so what is your point? Okay, yeah. People are gonna pay attention to Boomer more. Okay.
Because you know how they did it with President Trump. You know how they were trying to get him. Remember?
Yeah.
Well, this kind of sounds like the same thing. It's kind of like an attack.
This is an attack on a candidate that never held office before. Only held the Republican. What do you call it? Republican. Yes. So.
Well, that's just like President Trump. He never ran for office. He wasn't involved politically and all that. And they went after him like I've never seen anything like that in my life.
I mean, instead of CJ backing him up, okay, you don't put any throw personal problems out there. Okay, it's against the law. You can't
Well, it's not
personal
against the
problem.
law.
Well,
But,
no, it's personal information. Okay, personal
well, I
information
mean,
or
when you're
private
in the
information.
when you're in the public office, Dave, that's what happens. That's
Yeah,
what happens.
but
That's
I
not
mean,
anything new.
you know,
That's not
it's
anything
not.
new.
But you got a good candidate. You got a good candidate out there that's running. That's trying to beat Mayor Paul Coogan. Okay, a good candidate. He's a good candidate that's trying to beat Mayor Paul Coogan. You don't, you know. I mean, you know, if you're going
I
to
mean, I don't know what
criticize,
choice. I don't know what choice anybody has at this point. It's right now. It's Paul Coogan and CJ. I mean, Paul Coogan and Boomer.
yeah.
And unless
So
you want to write somebody in. So, but if you want to vote for a candidate, those are the two. That's what you got. And you have a chance to get Paul Coogan out, vote him out, fire him.
we have to
Fire the
fire.
guy.
We gotta fire Mayor Paul Coogan, and we gotta push Boomer Gabriel Amaral in that spot. We gotta
And
fire
say
Mayor
you're fired, Coogan. You've had your
Coogan.
chance.
Yeah,
You blew
Coogan.
it.
Mayor
Now we
Paul
want
Coogan,
change.
you're fired. Okay,
Right.
you're getting
You're fired.
fired. You're getting fired. You had your chance. Okay, we gave you a shot. Now you're going to give somebody else a shot. So Boomer Gabriel Amaral, the mayoral candidate that's running for mayor, we're going to give him a shot to become mayor of the city of Fall River. Okay, Mayor Paul Coogan, you're fired. Okay, just like Donald Trump said, you are fired. Fired.
You're fired.
That hurt my eardrum. That hurt.
So, all right.
Right.
Is your eardrums okay? All right. Okay, they're up. They're fine. All right. I'm okay. All right. So I'm going to get going now, and then I'm going to check out the StreamYard, and I'll give you directions.
Oh boy. All right. I don't. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow, right?
Yep. See you tomorrow night.
See you tomorrow night. Have a good one, everybody. See you tomorrow night.
Everybody. Bye bye.
Bye bye. All right, guys. I have the mayoral candidate, Mayor Boomer, going to be coming on tomorrow, and at 6:30. And but hey, we had a good show today, and people are talking about people's finances, private stuff, which is they shouldn't be. But I guess when you're running for public office or something, you're in the public's eye. I guess stuff happens. But Mayor. So I mean, does CJ think that Mayor Paul Coogan holds a good finance? No, because Mayor Paul Coogan owns $14,000 in late fees for the school department. And
that's the school department budget, which is allocated by the city council.
That was allocated by the city council. But and then the $2 million. So the $2 million. So people need to ask Mayor Paul Coogan what happened to the $2 million. Okay, what happened to the $2 million, and why the $14,000 late fee did not get paid. So, but the more things that they say about the more stuff that they talk about Boomer, they're only helping Boomer with his campaign. So, that's good for me too. So, good night, everybody. I will see you tomorrow at 6:30. I'm going to have mayoral candidate Boomer on, and we're going to see what else is going on. So, take care, everybody. This is Dave Mead, Forward Media News, and thank you all for coming on. I appreciate it. So, have a great night, everybody. Love you guys. Thank God this show's over.
Okay.
But my wife was the also the host of tonight's show too as well.
It was.
Yes. And honey, I love you and I appreciate you coming on and saying your piece. So that was good. I love you, honey. You're so beautiful, even with that hair. It's so beautiful. I love you, hon. Take care.